Speech pitch by Iska Sak.
Today I have with me my colleague actually, Iuliia Zaitova. I hope I pronounced your last name correctly this time, Iuliia. I'm so sorry as your colleague that I know you so well that I still couldn't pronounce. But maybe you can introduce our audience a little bit about yourself.
Hello everyone. Thank you, Wei. I am Iuliia Zaitova. That was correct.
Good to know.
Yeah, I'm a third-year PhD student in computational linguistics in Saarlandes University. I work on a project together with Wei, which focuses on language intercomprehension between closely related languages. What that means is that some languages, they share similarities on different levels, and even without explicitly learning the other language, the speakers of one language are able to understand it, at least partially.
Can you give us an example, maybe?
So, one example is Slavic language group. Actually, our project mostly focuses on the Slavic languages. And for instance, Belarusian and Russian languages are very similar to each other, and speakers of Belarusian, even though there are not so many people, I guess, who don't speak Russian in Belarus, they would be able to understand Russian quite well without trying to learn it. And the same goes to Bulgarian and Croatian, for example.
What kind of similarity they share there so they can understand each other then? Between languages, I mean.
Different kind of similarity. I think languages develop quicker on the lexical level. So of course, syntactically, most Slavic languages are quite similar. And when it comes to vocabulary, the languages that belong to the same subgroup of Slavic languages, for example, East Slavic, West Slavic, or South Slavic, they would have more similarities in that sense.
I see.
I personally joined the project as a student assistant still. I was also doing my master's in Saarlandes University, and at some point I saw this job opening in the project about Slavic languages. And actually in my family, there are people who speak Russian and Ukrainian, and I personally only speak Russian, but I often went to the region where my family lives, where they only speak Ukrainian, and I was crying a lot as a child because I couldn't understand a lot of things. But eventually you get the hang of it, and you understand a lot of things. So I was quite interested in that for personal reasons as well.
Of course, makes sense. That's the reason why you specifically focus on Slavic languages then?
This is the reason why I joined the project about Slavic languages. This is how it usually works in Germany. I think in 90% of cases, you join some project and you get the topic of your PhD or your other kind of work. So I was first a student assistant in the project, and at some point they had an open PhD position, and I applied, of course.
So you can continue the research in the area that you are interested in, right?
Exactly.
And what's this project? Is like a separate project? It's actually a big project, because although we work on the same thing, but actually I'm not officially involved in that project. I only work as an associate member. And this project is huge, right? This SFB project in Germany.
Yeah, we have this SFB project, which kind of translates to Collaboration Center, which has a lot of projects inside of it, with the main theme of surprisal, which is a metric of unexpectedness. So we try to connect our work to both psycholinguistics, linguistics, and computer science.
Nice. It sounds like there's a lot of language-related research. Then why you come to Interspeech then?
So currently we are working in different modalities. So we have experiment which we try to set in different modalities.
Yeah.
So text and speech and the combination of both. And I presented my current work actually on non-compositional units in intercomprehension. We are trying to see how much Slavic languages share different kinds of non-compositional units, such as idioms or phraseologisms and so on.
Yeah. And is your work present at Interspeech will be something about this speech modality?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
So a very similar experiment was presented before on a computational linguistic conference, and here we are presenting a spoken modality experiment.
Okay, so I assume if you are presenting something at Interspeech, your work is about speech modality then?
Actually, it's a combination of modalities. We have the recognition of non-compositional expressions in spoken context. So you have the whole audio for the sentence, and then for the target expression, a non-compositional expression, we also have the text version.
I see.
Some might argue that this is not really a real-life scenario, because you wouldn't see the text in real life.
Yeah.
But it actually happens quite a lot, for example, in the airport, when you hear the announcement and you only see some part of it in some
Yeah,
table.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Or if you're speaking to somebody and the crucial information, they write it down for you.
Yeah.
Something like this. But more importantly, this scenario helps us to isolate the impact of context. So the same experiment we are also running parallelly in textual mode and also in spoken mode. And we are currently planning to have the same experiment without the context. And then we would be able to see the impact of both modality and the context individually.
That's interesting. Yeah.
Thank you.
Your presentation is on Thursday, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
And do you expect to have some feedback from the Speech Society? Or what kind of feedback are you expecting there?
Yeah, I mostly expect feedback on our experiment setup. To be honest, I mostly work text and language models.
Yeah.
And working with speech is something new for me, so I'm expecting some feedback from the speech community.
Oh, good to hear.
Which is probably abundant at Interspeech.
Okay. Have you found some interesting talks or presentations, posters that is related to your work, or you found inspiring? Are you entertainment this community so far?
Yeah, there has been and there will be a lot of sessions that are related to my work about cross-lingual learning, about second language speech, etc.
Is this, do you like the location of the conference, the Interspeech course, Greece?
Yes, it's amazing. It's my first time in Greece, and I really enjoy it so far.
Nice.
I really like the sunshine, which we lack in Germany, and the sea, which we also don't have in Saarland.
I totally agree with you. I enjoyed it also a lot myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially in summer, right?
Especially, yeah.
Yeah. And do you like their food or music, etc.?
Yeah, it's all really great, and I've been able to swim every day so far.
Nice. You like swim?
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
Oh, so this is a perfect place for you.
Yes.
Do you have any problems here, like daily commuting?
Yeah, exactly. Daily commuting has been a bit difficult, but we managed to find a solution so far. But sometimes it gets around an hour to get the taxi, half an hour to 1 hour. But the conference also organizes some shuttle buses, and that's been also very helpful.
Yeah, that's indeed. We were surprised on the first day, that was before the conference, right? That there was no shuttles from our hotel because it's a bit far. But then they managed to arrange us this shuttle bus, which is very helpful. I
Yeah.
agree. Okay, now I come to the end of my questions. Thank you, Iuliia, very much for accepting my interview and being my actually first interviewee. I'm very happy to have you here today.
Thank you, Wei. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you for listening to this short bonus episode. Stay tuned and we may interview your favorite speech researcher. Don't forget to subscribe wherever you are listening to your podcast and also follow the ISKA-SAK on YouTube and LinkedIn.
Speech pitch by ISKA-SAK.